Good morning, everybody. This is Max Steingart, and today we have an Ask Max session at another Ask Max session at 4 o'clock today. And today is Halloween. Tonight is Halloween. It's the end of the month. So I want to remind all of my students that you have the holiday strategy that you can use to restart a conversation with anybody. Just reach out to somebody that you've talked to before. Ask them, what are their plans for Halloween? And of course, that question will work for the next 4 or 5 days. What did you do for Halloween? How did you celebrate Halloween? Using holidays as a way to start a conversation is a great way to start a conversation with anybody on Facebook, anybody on LinkedIn. Another strategy that you can use is you could be reaching out to people that were in areas that were devastated by the weather. For example, the Gulf Coast of Florida was hit by a hurricane a couple of weeks ago. The Virginia, South Carolina area devastated by hurricanes. Reaching out to people in those areas in a method of friendship, okay? Check in on the people that you're already connected with. Just do a search for people that live in Pensacola, Florida. First people that come up are going to be your friends. Find out how did they fare during the hurricane. A lot of people in the areas that were devastated by hurricanes, they've lost their income. They've lost their jobs. Their job, their job at the 7-Eleven ended. Okay, so these are just some simple ways that you could reach out and re-engage people in conversation. Now we're going to jump in and talk and give some demonstrations on how to communicate with everyone and qualify them by asking questions. But the beauty is, in advance, before you ever start the conversation, they need another form of income. Let me flip over here. And we're actually going to get into some conversation examples. Lee Wen is in Australia, and I was working with her in a private session. But I'm just going to come over here right now. And let's go over here. Now, I'm in her account, but the search results are going to be the same. So if I went over here and I did a search for people in sales. Now just think about this for a minute. There are 46 million people in sales that you could start a conversation with. Some of these people you know. In this case, Lee Wen knows a couple of these people. These are all first level. Using stories to sell. Your story is a fabulous sales tool, all right? But we're going to go over here for sales. And then we're going to come down here, we're going to do location, okay? And we're going to type in Pensacola, Florida. So there are 21,000 people that are in sales in Pensacola, Florida. Now, depending upon what they do. This person's in Visalis. This person's, you could actually break this thing down. We come up here and say, show me the people in real estate, in real estate. There's 2,800 people in real estate that are going to be, real estate's going to be hard to sell right now. Another area, sales. Retail sales. 4,700 people in real estate. Some of these stores no longer exist. So the opportunity that you have to reach out and talk to people that clearly would be open and interested in your business is unlimited. It's unparalleled. I mean, think about it. In an hour or two a day, you could be talking to 20 people that you know in advance need and want what you're marketing, need and want what you're promoting. Now, I notice up at the top here, there's all kinds of activity going on because a lot of people want to talk to Lee Wen. We go over here to the chat window here. And I'm going to unmute her really quick. Lee Wen, you there?
Yep. Morning, Max.
Good morning. So you had one more person you want me to look at. Who was that?
Yep. So that would be Elaine Justice. Elaine Justice. So ELENYNA. Can't spell.
ELENA. I don't do it.
Justice. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's just take a quick peek and see who you're talking to. So she's a certified life coach. Now, certified life coaches are another great category of people that you would want to talk to. We're going to jump back into this in a minute. What I want to do is I just want to give a little information first. Okay? The universal social networking formula that works on every social network. Over the years, it's been referred to as the MAX method. It's 4 C's equal big bucks. Create a page, put yourself out there, connect with people, the people you know, and then the people you want to know. Communicate with people. Talk to people. There are simple, fast, easy ways to talk to people. And in the course of talking to people, you're going to qualify them by asking a few casual questions and close the sale with the people that need and want what you're selling. Now, some of you are watching this and you're saying to yourself, I can't do this. So I want to introduce you to the power of yet. All right? When you were a baby, you didn't give up trying to learn how to walk. When you decided that you wanted to drive a car, you did whatever it took to learn how to drive a car. So for those of you who are intimidated by social media, for those of you that don't have a clue as to where to start, for those of you that are thinking, I can't do this yet. For those of you who are thinking, this doesn't work yet, because it works for everybody that applies it. For those of you that are thinking, I don't know yet, you're going to know. It doesn't make sense. Well, maybe now it doesn't make sense, but it will. And for those of you that don't get it, you will get it. And for those of you that are not good at it, you will get it. Everybody gets it. It's a matter of learning the steps and getting out on the dance floor. So all of you that are in network marketing, that are in a company that you're passionate about, you're all on the road to greatness. The social networks, Facebook and LinkedIn, will make it possible for not just you, but for everybody that you work with, everybody that you bring into the business to be successful. And my favorite Jim Rohn quote is, if it's to be, it's up to me. It's up to you. So if you're not having the results you want, okay, you've taken classes, you've learned different things. There's 3 reasons why you're not having success on Facebook or LinkedIn. Just 3. First, and these reasons will become obvious. First, they're easy to identify, simple to fix. It's either the contents of your page, the people you're contacting, or the way you talk to people. When you start a conversation with someone, you could find out in 30 seconds whether that person is really somebody that you want to continue to talk to. So here are 6 tips to ruling any conversation. Start your conversation with a genuine and sincere compliment. Compliments are the best possible way to begin a conversation. Not only do they provide a perfect opening line and a possible door for discussion of other things like your business, they also make the person feel good about themselves. Starting your conversation off on a positive note is crucial to keep the conversation going. Now, it's got to be genuine. Telling somebody you like the posts on their page when they're not making posts. Telling someone you like their profile when there's nothing on the profile for you to like, for anybody to like, is disingenuous. Second, embrace pre-qualifying small talk. Now, small talk can be the most fulfilling type of conversation because it's functional and it's necessary. Small talk is what leads the way to deeper conversation, much in the way that a car must gradually accelerate to a certain speed rather than hitting 60 miles an hour instantaneously. Asking someone, "What do you do?" is a natural part of small talk. It is not moving a conversation to business. In face-to-face situations, small talk topics are easy to pull. You can talk about the event you're attending, comment on a food or a drink, point something out about the venue, or if you're desperate, you can talk about the weather, a news event, or politics. Now, these are all shared experiences that anyone can relate to, so they can work for anyone. Asking someone what do they do is a natural and casual conversation starter. 3, ask lots of questions. The answers to your questions will provide you with the information you need to know about them. And don't try to abruptly change gears and ask manipulative questions, like, what do you know about network marketing? Instead, patiently wait for the opportunity to present itself to get the answers you need. Questions are conversational lubricant. Pay attention to the conversation. Use their answers to move it forward. You should be constantly looking for more tell me more opportunities. While you have lots of questions that you could possibly ask, especially in the back of your mind, you always look to their last answer for your next question. Study the answer that you get to a question. And finally, try to be as specific and inquisitive as possible. 4, be nice. Now, this should be obvious, but don't neglect it. Your level of friendliness can make or break the receptiveness of the other person. The frequent use of LOL, laughing out loud, or emoticons in your text messages demonstrates a friendly and happy demeanor on your part or theirs. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything. Never, under any circumstances, argue with someone. Your questions show you're genuinely interested in what they have to say. Now, in less than a week in the United States, we're having an election. And if you're talking to someone that is of the same political bent that you're in, that's okay. But if it's clear and obvious that the person on the other end is on the other party, you can still talk to them, but do not talk about politics. 5, let the other person do the talking. This is a major point. If you go into a conversation and immediately begin dominating it with your own anecdotes, comments, and explanations, the other person may immediately become disinterested. Instead, try to keep the focus on them as much as possible. If you are typing more than the other person, you're talking too much. And 6, keep it light. Try to keep the conversation as light and approachable as possible. Never start complaining about your job or talking about what's wrong with your life, because people will want to avoid you. And the people that want to communicate with you are also in a miserable state. It's all about attraction. People tend to gravitate towards people with positive attitudes. So while these tips apply perfectly to the virtual world, they can be used in almost any environment, from a professional networking event to a bar or a restaurant or on the phone. With a little practice, you should have no problem starting a conversation with someone based on mutual interests or values. So reaching out to someone like, hey, your page came up on my Facebook as someone I should like to know. After looking at the post of your puppy, I'd have to agree. I'm a dog lover too. What kind of dog is that? That's how easy it is to start a conversation. Now, there are 3 ways to talk to people. The least persuasive is when you start to tell people things and dominate the conversation. You're presenting, you're telling, you're teaching, you're persuading. a little bit more of a persuasive way. And by the way, in our new Secrets of Closing the Sale, we give you all kinds of examples. Second way, when you interact, discover from each other. You have a discussion, you have a debate. But the most effective way to talk to people is when you allow other people to persuade themselves. This is the most persuasive way to talk to people. And ask questions. Social networking law number 4, listen more than you talk. You are in a listening business, not a talking business. Ask questions to learn about the other person's past, their present situation, and their future plans. If you want to learn someone about their future plans, find out about their past and current situation. And the future will come forward. Now I'm going to flip back over here. And we're going to jump into, let me make this a little bit shorter here. It's a conversation that Lee Wen is having with Elena. And let's see who Elena is. Elena is a certified life coach. And we come down here to look at her. Look at all the information you have. She's been a certified life coach for a year and a half. Go all the way down to the bottom, okay? Look at her experience. Well, she started out, she was an administrative assistant for an orthopedic center for 9 years. Then she goes over and works as a healthcare practice management for another 10 years. So she's been in healthcare. Practice manager, 12 years. So she started out as an assistant. Now she's managing medical practices. And then in 2013, she started to blog. And then she's been doing that now for a while. And now she is a life coach. Now the question is, most of the life coaches that you're going to meet are not generating any kind of residual income. And most of the life coaches you meet, you can anticipate that at some point in time, they've been in network marketing, okay? And they use life coaching as a way to get them additional credibility. So she reaches out to Elena, and Elena accepts. How long have you been on LinkedIn? All right. She tells you how it's working for her, but she doesn't tell you how long. What do you do? After 40 years in healthcare, I'm now a life coach and a motivational speaker. What prompted you to become a life coach? Long story. Life changed and organically led me to life coaching. Now, one of the things that you could have done here was, long story, if you wanted the story, you could have, how about giving me the Reader's Digest version? Okay. So here's the line. Many of the life coaches I work with are also building a network marketing business to create residual income. I was wondering, which ones are you working with? Actually, at present, none. What do you do? Okay, so she's not working with any now. But the question, well, which one? She says, at present, none. So the next obvious question would have been, well, which ones have you worked with in the past? Lee Wen, I got to tell you something. If this was a Dancing with the Stars episode, you'd be getting tens.
Thank you, Max.
Okay? So here, what companies have you worked with in the past? Nikan, StemTech, and another, which I can't remember. All right? Now, what happened? Okay, now, it's kind of interesting. I have a student that was in StemTech, and as StemTech was expanding around the world, he literally brought people into his business in every country that they opened up. When he started, he was brand new to network marketing. 11 months later, he was making a 6-figure a month income. And okay, so what happened? I have to work on a campaign that's coming up. Feel free to send me your marketing info and have a great day. Okay. Well, if it was going to cost you $100 to send that link. But look, she said, hey, send me the information. I'm not doing anything now. Many of the life coaches I work with are also building a network marketing business to create residual income. Now, NECAN, STEMTech, the ones that she can't remember, how long ago? 10 to 15 years ago? So much has changed. So what you're going to do here is we're going to basically say something to the effect that, so much has changed today in network marketing. Now, she's asking for the information, okay? But her perception of the network marketing business is based on her experience. These companies right here, 10 and 15 years ago, were doing home parties. We're being encouraged to reach out to their friends. And so what you're going to do, and Lee Wen will do this privately because there's a couple of little tweaks that I want to share with you. Now, folks, this is how it works. This is how it works. Life coaches are great sources of prospects, okay? Now, look at all the people. Look at all the people that she has to talk to. Look at them. There is no shortage of opportunities of people that she could reach out and talk to. Hot prospect here was Cindy. Look at this one here. She sold Tupperware. She sold Tupperware. Life coach. So there's no shortage of opportunities for you to be talking to people and making sales. The best part about it is it's fast, it's easy, and it is fun. All right, now, let me flip back over here. Now, when you ask questions in a casual conversational manner and listen to the answers, you're going to help the other person examine their prior decisions and beliefs and come to a realization of how they arrived at their current situation. They may be miserable, all right? But unhappy, and as you get them to talk about it, they remind themselves of why they're there. The act of listening openly, without judgment, interpretation, or prejudice, putting your agenda aside, focus on the other person, is powerful. Doing so is magnetic, and it will draw people to you. So all you have to do is start a conversation. Ask questions, listen to the answers. Ask more questions based on the answers you receive. And don't make assumptive statements, don't agree or sympathize, and give your opinion. Just listen. Don't offer suggestions. Don't talk about your own experiences. Don't interrupt, and simply listen and ask more interesting questions. From the answers you get, if you pay attention to the other person, you'll notice that they tell you a lot of personal information about themselves. They get real talkative, and at the end, they even thank you for talking to them. Asking questions and listening go hand in hand. Listening makes you appear smart, and you become smarter as you learn more about them. The most successful network marketers today are good listeners. You want to discover 3 things before you talk to them about your business and your solution to their problem. Is there a problem to be solved? Do they have a need and a desire to change? And do you have the right solution for them? End of story. The process is fast, it's easy, and it is fun. All right? So, attitude in sales is everything. If you can't transfer your enthusiasm, belief, and genuine conviction about your product or service to your prospect, you are not going to close many sales on the internet. Your prospect will be more persuaded by the depth of your passion and conviction and personal story than they will be by the deal you're offering. That's why you saw on LinkedIn, stories sell. People do not buy cold, hard facts. They buy warm people benefits. Facts tell, stories sell. So, top earners have an attitude that you need to embrace. Find out what your prospect wants and help him get it. Do not try to close before you've established in the prospect's mind significant value for what you're selling, and only sell products that you believe in 100%. So what do you need to be great at sales? Personal enthusiasm for what you're selling, product knowledge, and the ability to move past objections without flinching. If they object, it's okay. If they don't need it, it's okay. You can talk to other people. Always remember, social networking law number 4, you control conversations by the questions you ask. And number 3, don't focus on making a sale when you talk to people. Focus on whether there's a sale to be made. And, the other day I was talking to a good friend of mine who is just coming back into network marketing, JT. And John brought up a name of someone that he had worked with in the past. And I just kind of, looked back into my files to see. And Andrea here was outrageously successful on Facebook and LinkedIn. Outrageous, okay? She sent me this. I dealt with this woman 7 months ago, and she got in touch with me today. She's looking at the business right now. Okay? Then she sends me this about a couple of days later. I had another woman who I added 7 months ago contacted me today when I posted I'm ready to help one more person. She says, how? Long story short, she's looking at my company info right now. My other woman, Marcy, is getting started on Saturday. She sends me this. I have 5 people who are either getting started, getting their money together, including one who is ready to go when Canada opens up. Love this system. It's so much easier than pay-per-click, making videos, writing blogs, and spending a fortune. This was my favorite. I had a gentleman request my friendship at 3:45 today. Also asked about my making money on the internet. I friended him. We had a conversation online. I told him that a quick chat would be good. I called him and ended up giving him the links to my business. By 5 p.m. he was in. This works for everyone, and all you need is a Facebook page. Resso. Her leads are expanding, and she's using this process. Signing someone up today, have another one looking at the business. It's true, all the things you said would happen is definitely happening. My pipeline of leads is expanding every day, and along with that is my confidence. Using your training not only in social media world, as also in real life. And most of all, she's having the time of her life. Now, the direct route to making a sale is to ask questions. What do you do? What does that entail? How long have you been doing it? What did you do before? How do you like what you're doing? And you continue to ask probing questions, and then you close the sale. What happens with a lot of people is they get distracted. They get distracted. They go off and, they're asking the questions, and all of a sudden they end up talking about the weather. They end up talking about whatever. Stay focused on how you ask questions. Now, I'm going to give you an example of a case study where Marshall reached out to Lenny, and Lenny ends up unfriending Marshall. So Marshall here is inside sales rep. So Lenny reaches out to him. He says, hey, page come up on Facebook as someone I should like to know. So let's connect. And he says, what do you do? Currently working in sales at Dell. Feel free to follow and join some of the groups. He sent it out on Wednesday. He got back to him on Thursday. One of my favorite computer companies, because he works, how long have you done sales for Dell? Well, about a year. Now look at the time here. This is live chat. This is live conversation. Okay, what did you do before? 20 minutes later, IT department. What does that entail? This was 11 minutes later. Let's continue this chat tomorrow. I got a family coming over for the NBA game. Okay? And he answers the question. In my case, a lot of monitoring the connections used to fax patient results to doctors. Okay. Well, the next day, over the weekend, sorry for the delay in our chat. It appears my Father's Day kicked in early. We'll chat again soon. There's a little bit of a time spread between this. It does not have to be live. So, here we go. Lenny writes to Alan, hope you had a happy Father's Day. My Father's Day and time was with the family was great. One exception, he's talking about the baseball, NBA championship. 4 minutes later, he writes back, good weekend, but didn't follow the game. Okay, you said earlier you're currently working in sales at Dell. How do you like what you're doing? 33 minutes later, he writes back. Overall, pretty good. Stressful at the moment because I'm not having a good quarter. I would have asked why not. He says, when I worked in dental office, our office manager came from Dell and she hated the monthly bean count and she called it. May I ask, have you ever thought about doing anything else? So a minute later, he writes back, seeing as how I'm 43 years old and I've only been doing this for about a year, yeppers. Yes, sir. The age thing was very important to me when I left my job. Are you familiar with network marketing? 1 minute later, been there, done that more than a few times. Okay, welcome to the club. Why do you think you weren't successful? And 2 minutes later, Marshall writes back, I'd say I was fairly successful at the last one, not counting time, zero investment, and received $200 in actual checks. As for the earliest efforts, the majority of those I was surrounded by busily pushed. What I've learned are the worst approaches to selling. Persistence that is self-serving and negligent about product knowledge and client needs. Okay? So he was pushed into the worst approaches to selling. Now, I wouldn't say that, I don't care how much time, not counting time, how much time did it take you to earn $200? What were the companies you were involved with? All right? 9 minutes later, pardon me for pointing it out, but it sounds like you are currently an agent or distributor. So may I ask how you are doing and with what companies? Now, the reason this is coming up is because there's no conversation. He's just hit him with a question. He didn't respond at all to any of this. Okay? This was 8:36. Well, at 8:42, he's still not getting an answer. So he's going, well, why are you so silent? Now let's go back to the question, okay? the question was, so may I ask, what are you doing and with what company? Well, I'm an active network marketer for an awesome company that I believe have everything in place, like leadership, products, training, and rapid compensation plan. One question before I give my website, please. Would you be open to looking at another company that didn't have those problems? He never answered the question. And hey, before I give you this, so he goes back 2 minutes later and says, well, show me the link. And then he goes, actually, no, don't bother. And he unfriended him and he blocked him. Case study of what you're not supposed to do. Now, what could he have done? What he should have done was he should have come back here. He was fairly successful. One, what were you selling? How much time did it take you to do that? I was surrounded by, those are so, you should agree with the guy. Absolutely. Selling is not about doing that. Okay? So, what were, it's a shame that that's what people are teaching today. I'm just curious, what were the companies that you were working with that, you got involved with? How long ago was that? There needed to be dialogue here. Engagement. Conversation. It didn't happen. Now, you can jump over to Facebook. We can jump over to LinkedIn. And there is no shortage of people to talk to. If I refresh this page, look at all the people that she can be talking to. Okay? Conversation. So here's a woman who's a life coach. She's not passionate about network marketing. She tried network marketing. It's not my thing. I found it to be daunting. Okay? The question, of course, is, well, I hear that all the time. I hear that all the time. Okay? And if we look at her profile, faith coach. So she's been doing it for 7 months. And while she's doing that, she's a microbiologist. So she's got a full-time job. And she has started a career as a coach. So as long as she's got a job, she's using her job to support her coaching career at some point in time. At some point in time. Okay? I tried network marketing. It's not my thing. It could be her thing. When network marketing is presented in a different light than what she's been introduced to. You want to find someone to talk to, you go up here and look at all the life coaches on LinkedIn. There's 1 million. Look at all the people on LinkedIn that are looking for an opportunity. There's over 1 million. There is no shortage of people for you to talk to, period. If you want to double, absolutely double your results in network marketing dramatically increase your business, you can easily increase the number of people you talk to, period. Period. That's all you have to do. And all you need to do this is to have a profile page set up, presenting yourself to the world, and everything else falls into place. You are free to go out and talk to as many people as you want, as often as you want. There is no shortage of opportunities for you to not only jump into a network marketing business, to be wildly successful in the business, because every obstacle for being successful in network marketing starts with having people to talk to, period. Now, I'm going to give you all a quick I could bring up literally thousands of examples of people who have gone to the top of their company. Suzanne became the #2 recruiter in her company 90 days after she started working with me. She became a 6-figure income earner in 11 months. I'm not showing you these because I'm trying to impress you. I'm showing you these because I'm trying to impress upon you what you can be doing. Rob connects with an old high school buddy after making one post, signs her up in the business. 6 days later, he enrolls a gym owner. His ideal candidate for his business, personal trainers. You bring in a gym owner, lots of personal trainers in the gym. Marissa reaches out to one of her high school friends, and it was a birthday. Signs him up in the business. Joe Pareca, after one class, recruits somebody from his junior high school. Charlie made one post. 26 people responded, 7 appointments, 1 sale. Person he signed up was someone he went to college with 18 years ago. Jacqueline, on her birthday, hears from 200 people, has 28 people looking at her business. Judy was in boot camp. While she was in boot camp, she signed up. She got someone on her birthday, signed her up, and in boot camp, she signed up 5 people. Our next boot camp starts on November the 8th. So I encourage you to invite your team, bring your team with you. We're here to help you go to the top of your business. All you need is a profile. All you need is a personal page on Facebook, a personal page on LinkedIn, and that's all you have to do. Now we'll be back at 4 o'clock this afternoon. We're going to give you some more examples of and some additional tips on talking to people, connecting with people, having conversations with people. Kate, if you have any more conversations, Joyce, if any of you have any conversations that you want me to go over, we can use some of those, Max, as examples. Okay, just reach out to me earlier and give me a list. So until next time, best of luck in building your business. God bless. There's one other thing I just wanted to share with you. Let me go over here. Now, I share these success stories with you not because I'm trying to impress you, but because I'm trying to impress upon you what you can be doing, what members of your team can be doing. And I'm going to share a story of 2 folks that literally spent thousands of dollars checking out social media trainers and network marketing. They spent thousands and thousands of dollars before they found me.
Hello guys, my name is Gennady Vidota. This is my wife, Agnes Vidota.
Hello.
We are very happy to share with you something incredible what happened to our life after we have met with Max Steingart 3 years ago. Somebody close to us explained us that this guy is brilliant. He's a father of social media marketing. So we wanted to see him, to touch him, and to learn from him. And I will tell you something what happened during these 3 years. The first company we started to cooperate with after going through this boot camp, which Max prepared for us, we broke a record. In 1 year, my wife, she was a distributor of this company, she started to make business with the social media marketing 100% online through Facebook.
Yes.
She built a team with a couple of thousand people, and she was the number one in Europe. And her income increased from 0 points, so because we started with a brand new people. We didn't bring distributors, we didn't bring teams, we just started with people from Facebook. And it was really amazing that it was 100% duplicable for all of our team. So the last check she made after 12 months, it was $60,000. From 0 point to 60,000 in 12 months, 100% in social media. And this was happened because of Max Steingart in his bootcamp. Thank you, Max. From the bottom of our heart, what you did for us is incredible. There are a lot of trainers, a lot of people who are pretend to be the best of the best in the world to teach in this area. But you know what? I found that they are training the theory. So there are students making nothing with this theory. So we were looking for somebody who can provide us step by step to have a really good result. So we started with this information and training and knowledge we get from Max, from his coaching, for his training, for his boot camps. And guess what happened? At that time we was in a different company. We ran to the top of this company just in 12 months. We were the first check in Europe.
After 6 months.
After 6 months, yes. And something happened that we needed to change the company. We started a brand new company 3 months ago, and within 3 months we made we made it earlier. We made a diamond in 74 days.
Yes.
From 0 point. Guess, guys, somebody could think, of course they brought their old team. No. We built this new team with a brand new people, all of them from Facebook. We have a 66 person for now in our front line. Yes, and we made about $300,000 in the first 5 weeks in the volume, and it happened only because it works. So Max, thank you from all of our heart, for everything you are doing, not only for us, but for thousands of people like us. So it's life-changing game. Thank you very much.
What I want to say, it's in this 12 weeks in social media only. We build organization and to have connection with people, new people in this industry. We teach them every single step by step in social media, and it really works. We have for now in 12 weeks more than 1,000 people. It's only start, and we have great vision on the future.
You know, I got to tell you, I love it. I absolutely love it when old students find me. Reinhard, I just noticed you popped up on the list. It's been 13 years since you picked up any of my training courses, and so much has changed that you're absolutely going to enjoy building your business on Facebook and LinkedIn today. So welcome back. I'm glad you've reconnected. Until next time, we're here to help all of you. And whether you're a top leader or whether you are someone that is just getting started, or maybe you've been in network marketing for years and you have been struggling, my training programs are so simple to apply on Facebook, on LinkedIn, that you're all heading down a road where all of you can be immensely successful in network marketing. I'm going to close with some comments from an old friend. We started working together about 6 years ago when he was in another company. His company brought me in to train the leaders. He became one of the top leaders in his company. He wasn't a leader when he joined the company, but my training enabled him to become a leader in 4 months. And he is subsequently the top distributor in another company, and now he's got me training everybody in the company.
Hey Max, it's Pete Olson. I wanted to take a couple minutes and give you a shout out for your amazing Endless Free Leads program. As you know, I'm the number one money earner globally in Mint Builder, number one recruiter in the company, and top leader in the company. And I couldn't have done that without your Endless Free Leads program. And as you know, we go back to when I was in the Numis days, and your program was introduced to me back then, way back in 2012. And within a 4-month period, I rose to the top of the company, and I'm so excited to say that I am the number one guy in the world in my current company, Mint Builder, and I have unleashed your program, so to speak, on my entire company. And I'm again very excited to say that dozens have already come into your boot camp that's starting here on the 8th. And what's so incredible about it is that these people now are going to be able to recruit where they never were able to before. They can do it in an hour a day from their home with their phone or their laptop and just have conversations that you teach. It literally is revolutionary, but yet it's so simple. You know, you could teach a kindergartner to do it. I mean, my gosh, as you know, I was in contact with you last week. I was in Las Vegas for a week, partying and drinking and gambling and shows and the whole 9 yards. And while I was there, I recruited 4 people while I was on vacation. I mean, it was that easy. I mean, it's just so simple, and it's eliminated people having to have people coming traipsing through their living room with home parties. It's eliminated the hotel rallies and the meeting at Starbucks. You know, the stay-at-home mom, anybody can just do it hour a day, and they will absolutely blow up their business and become 6-figure earners in their company if they go to your boot camp and get your Endless Free Leads. So I am so grateful to you. I am so grateful because now my company, I've exposed my whole company to your teachings and your program, and I just can't even imagine what the future is going to be like. So again, thanks so much, Max, and Pete Olson from Mint Builder. Look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks so much.
So, invite your team. Go to maxsteingart.com/bootcamp. Bootcamp starts on November the 8th, and what we're going to do is we're going to give you some directions, some things that you'll be able to do as soon as you register. Follow some of those steps, and some of you will actually be signing people up in your business before boot camp starts. So until next time, best of luck in building your business. God bless.